Now, let me start with the fact that being an introvert person is not bad. Okay, it's a personal trait, it's not a problem that needs to be solved. But there are some things we can do better, there are some things others can do better. So, this video is more about that. How many times it happened that somebody asked you to raise your hand or share your thoughts? You just couldn't do it despite having a compelling reason to do so? If something like this ever happened to you, then welcome to the club, which is generally called as the Introverts Club. And you will be surprised to know that I am a proud member of this club despite doing lots of things which requires an extrovert personality, like creating YouTube videos, speaking on a public platform, and so on and so forth. I have to work hard on that. It doesn't come to me naturally. And we are not alone in this world. A simple Google search will reveal that approximately one third of the world's population is introvert. This number might not be universally applicable to all places, but one thing is for sure that we are large in numbers. And our IT or software industry is not an exception to this. We have lots of introvert people out there working in IT and software industry, and being someone who has worked in software industry for more than 2 decades and being someone who is also an introvert, let me tell you that it was difficult. Now you will ask me a question. Why do I say so? You must ask this question. But before I answer this question, let me give you a disclaimer that whatever I'm going to share right now is just my own experience and thoughts may not be, correct. Okay. So with this disclaimer, let me answer the question why I say so. Because all the techniques, processes, and frameworks used in IT industry, as well as our ability to get recognition or, for that matter, promotion, banks heavily on how fast and how well we communicate, which means being an extrovert with an excellent communication skill. Now, let me clarify. I'm not saying that only extrovert people are having good communication skills. Introverts have them too. But introvert people need a suitable, safe, and secure environment to unleash their creativity, while extroverts can do it in all environment. And this is the major difference between how extrovert people behave and how introvert people behave. Needless to say that introvert people are bad in initiating or following up with the communication, forget about being on top of that. Let's talk about our day-to-day working in software industry. You will find that most if not all of the things requires discussion. Design is a discussion, architecture is a discussion, code review is a discussion, pair programming is a discussion, solving problem is a discussion. Somebody also come up with new thing called mob programming. Disclaimer, I don't like it at all. It's also a discussion. Forget about all those things. Think about sprint event, sprint review, planning, daily scrum, retrospective is a discussion. Release planning is a discussion. Roadmap is a discussion. Prioritization is a discussion. So apart from writing some piece of code or some documentation which one can do on its own, pretty much everything else requires a discussion, or more appropriately requires you to convince someone to get it going. So if you do not end up convincing people, it will be very difficult for other people to, notice your talent. You need this skill. Let's talk about me. I'm a very good programmer and a very good computer software engineer. No, I am not at all bragging. Just stating that I was destined for far bigger success had I have been an extrovert person. Now, slight diversion, but forget about me. The bigger question is what can be done about it? To make sure that introvert people also end up contributing as much as other people because they are capable of doing it. There are many things one can do, but the biggest thing, in my opinion, is that to accept that in your team, in your group, in your department, in your organization, there are introvert people around. This acceptance can change the way people approach towards things, because many a time people say that I called you in a discussion, in a group discussion, but you haven't said anything. But if people understand that there are some people who might be good but are introvert, they might approach the whole situation in a different way. For example, when there is a departmental meeting or your company wide meeting, is it possible to come up with some anonymous scheme to share your thoughts? Because, that will give some kind of psychological safety to introvert people. Now, there is one more thing which, seems totally counterintuitive, but Is there something we can do where we can encourage starting with multiple solutions to a problem? Of course, it looks totally counterintuitive, but most people struggle at the end of the solution because they didn't realize the problem in the beginning. But if we start with multiple solutions and combine it at a later point of time, it will give opportunity to more people. Let's say there is a group who is always on top, they can work on a solution, but there are also other people around who can work on another solution, and thereby giving some opportunity to other set of people. And last but not the least, from my perspective, is that if you are an extrovert person, you can extend your helping hand to an introvert person. That will be a game changer. So, these were the thoughts I wanted to share with all of you. I do hope and believe that it made some sense. Thank you all. Thanks for watching. We will meet again. Until the next time we meet, good day, goodbye. You take care.